Yesterday was certainly a warm day across the region. We hit those middle to upper 80s along into portions of the Permian Basin, more so lower 80s into the Big Country Concho Valley. But temperatures, we've been able to cool off quite nicely, but not as drastic as we usually do. We have a little bit of some moisture out there, given a bit of a light haze. Taking a look from our Claydestic camera this morning, I'm not anticipating dense fog. Should be able to form at least for this morning. So you'll just need that light jacket out there to start with. You'll actually walk out the door, you'll feel and maybe even smell some of the moisture, in which some of that moisture may try to get put to some good use as we head in towards the middle of the week. We're going to see another cool front that's going to approach, which could help spark up maybe a few showers and even some thunderstorms. And that's going to be kind of rather the pattern, at least for the next couple of days, where we'll keep these small rain chances, especially more so often to San Angelo and Abilene. That's where the highest chance looks to be. But we see that northerly wind beginning to push into portions of the Permian Basin and Big Country, bringing in some cooler temperatures around 46 into Seminole and Lamesa, with around 46 as well into Snyder, 47 in Knox City. We're around 50 into Abilene and 59 over into Midland. So we feel a little bit of that moisture. I think that will lead way with a few clouds as we go throughout much of the day, going around mostly sunny to partly cloudy. We'll begin to see a dry line that will set up though to help separate the dry air and the moist air, where a lot of the moisture is really going to be more so often towards the east. As this dry line begins to approach, maybe an isolated shower could try to form along in front of the dry line, mostly for the Big Country Concho Valley, but I think that stays rather low. And I think for Midland and Odessa will likely stay dry as we head into Tuesday. We'll see the cold front begin to approach though, with more in the way of a few showers, mostly towards Austin, even towards Dallas. For us, I think it's going to be more so later into the afternoon, early evening, when we could maybe see a few showers try to spark up along the boundary. But again, the highest chance, unfortunately for us anyways, looks to rather stay more so off into the east. But with some of these storms though, they'll try to pack a punch. A level 1 out of 5 marginal risk highlighted mostly into portions of the heartland up to quarter-size hail, maybe some isolated gusts near 60 miles an hour. This light green is more so for those general thunderstorms, non-severe thunderstorms, pretty much where it marks off where, at least in terms of where the highest moisture is going to be, really shows it going to be more so off into the east, where it's a bit more drier conditions the further west that you go. So when it comes to rainfall, I'm not expecting a lot. This is at least heading to around Thursday, March 5th, up to maybe a 1/10 of an inch into portions of the Permian Basin, very spotty in nature, as well even to portions of the Big Country Concho Valley, high sands, maybe upwards towards a 1/2 inch, but I think a lot of us could fall a bit more closer to those 1/4 inch rain totals. So when it comes to our weather pattern ahead though, high pressure is going to be more so off into the east. This is Wednesday 7 a.m. That first storm system is going to ride off, but I think I'm looking more so heading in towards the weekend. I think it's going to be a big broad upper level trough. We'll have a good amount of moisture increasing overhead, but when it comes to the lift, that's kind of where we're watching. And with that, we're going to see a dry line set up again heading into Thursday and Friday. Some of these storms could be strong to severe, highlighted 15% hash of that, considered a slight risk, even heading into around Saturday and Sunday. That's going to be ahead of another cold front that's going to be approaching. So daily rain chances are into the forecast, but I think a lot of us could end up staying dry, especially for portions of the Permian Basin. But heading into towards the weekend, I think that may be the more better opportunity, at least area wide. For today though, which is going to be working with more of a southerly wind. That northerly wind is going to go away rather quickly, but cooler temperatures will at least be present. 77 in Seminole, 72 over into Snyder, 81 into Midland as well, winters, with around 83 over into San Angelo. So as we're working throughout the next couple of days, we'll have about a 10% coverage of maybe a few isolated showers for the Big Country Concho Valley. I think we'll even see more of that heading into Wednesday. I think especially for portions of the Big Country, I have us around 20% coverage. Rain chances stay fairly low across into portions of the Permian Basin. We'll work with the breeze at times and a handful amount of clouds, but heading towards the weekend could be maybe a better opportunity of some showers and thunderstorms. We'll be right back after the break.